Beacon Hill Speedway, located just off I-25 at exit 108, just 20 minutes south of Colorado Springs, 5 minutes north of Pueblo. Gates open at 3, time trials at 4:45, and races at 6:30 p.m. Tickets for adults are just $8, $3 for children 6 to 12, and children under 6 are admitted free. 4 great classes of stock car racing coming up next Saturday night: Sportsman, Mini Stock, Street Stock, and IMCA Modified. Be a part of 30 years of thunder at Beacon Hill Speedway. Records are made to be broken, and Beacon Hill Speedway's 30th season saw records fall left and right. The 4 regular classes of competition brought out a record of more than 130 registered racers. 54 of those, another record in the mini stock class alone. The street stock produced another 33 entries, while the IMCA class, perhaps the fastest growing of all, had 23 different competitors vying for national points during the year. Sportsman, the bigger, faster, and highly popular newer model stockers, also saw a lot of close, fast-paced action on a regular basis. Then there were the super modifieds with 8 great nights of racing. The smaller, winged, open-wheel mini-sprints provided 9 nights of action. And most fun and exciting of all, the emergence of the new figure-8 class, thrilling the fans as they dared each other through the X in the center of the field. 2 special events brought even more attention to the ever-popular track. In July, the USAC-sanctioned National Points Meet pitted the best of the East against the best in the West. In August, the Vukovich Memorial Unlimiteds returned to honor the memory of Billy Vukovich III, the California sensation whose last main event win came at Beacon Hill shortly before his untimely death in 1990. Davey Hamilton returned from Boise, Idaho to capture his 2nd consecutive championship, and along the way set the fastest qualifying lap in the world for a quarter-mile paved oval track. All told, more than 200 exciting entries thrilled thousands of racing enthusiasts every Saturday night as they gathered to witness some of the most exciting auto racing action seen anywhere. It was a year to remember, a fitting celebration of 30 years of thunder. Hello, I'm Bob Moore, Beacon Hill Promotions Director, along with the voice of Beacon Hill Speedway, Beck Bechtelheimer. In the next half hour, we'll take a look at the most exciting year in the history of Beacon Hill Speedway. And exciting is almost an understatement, isn't it, Beck?
It sure is, Bob. More than 20 nights of action, literally hundreds of cars and drivers, and thousands of loyal racing fans added up to a great racing season.
And the staple of that season, naturally, was the 4-division series of weekly races for local championship points. Beck, it was a year that saw some true champions emerge.
The top 10 finishers in all divisions had their work cut out for them, as the competition at Beacon Hill Speedway was as good as it has ever been. In the mini stock division, number 5, driven by Dennis Gray of Colorado Springs, finished 10th in the points race. Although Gray did not win a major event during the year, he was consistently a top finisher. 9th place honors went to Mike Hurst in car number 19. Hurst of Colorado Springs was one of the fortunate winners of a main event during the '92 season. The 8th place finisher was Pat Gant of Pueblo in number 82. Pat is a 4-year veteran at Beacon Hill Speedway. Alan Van Bergen, driver of 27X, took a 7th place spot and along the way picked up a trophy dash victory. Steve Douglas of Colorado Springs scored enough points in his Toyota entry to finish 6th in his number 31 racer, also winning a trophy dash during the year. Rodney Leffler, driving 50X out of Pueblo, grabbed 3 trophy dashes and won 2 main events on his way to a 5th place points finish. Mini stock number 81 finished 4th due to the efforts of 2 drivers, Ron Shalhoub and Ron Smith. Shalhoub started the season in a street stock entry, Smith in the mini stock division. About mid-season, they switched cars and divisions, so 81 mini stock was driven by both for the points total. Another dual driver entry was number 32. This car was initially driven by Earl Andrade, but Rob Reeves stepped in to finish the season. The point total of the 2 drivers put the car into the 3rd place finishing spot picking up 1 quick time, 2 trophy dashes, and a main event victory as well. The runner-up points champion was Mike George in number 17. George of Pueblo was consistently a top qualifier, setting 10 quick times and winning 1 trophy dash on his way to a 421-point total and a qualifying record of 15.063 seconds for the quarter-mile oval, which he set on July 18, 1992. The mini-stock points champion was Knut Lujan of Pueblo. Lujan, driving number 74, posted 433 points, 4 trophy dashes, and 3 main event victories in his Ford Pinto. Lujan is a 3-year veteran of Beacon Hill. Thirty-three cars earned points in the street stock division during the '92 season. The 10th place finisher was many-year veteran Pueblo driver Gerald Yalitz in number 4. Yalitz also won a trophy dash during the year. 9th place went to another Pueblo veteran, Mike Batts, in number 22. This popular driver races under the name of the Batman, driving his Batmobile. David Hicks, driving his number 51, a Buick Regal, finished in 8th place. Hicks from Colorado Springs also won a trophy dash on his way to a 195-point total on the year. Colorado Springs driver Darrell Stutzman, driving number 48, finished in 7th place in the points race and did it as a rookie driver in this division. 8-year veteran at Beacon Hill, Dave Edmonds, in car number 15, won 2 trophy dashes and 2 main events on his way to a 6th place finish in the points race. Rodney Leffler was a very busy racer as he placed both of his racing entries to 5th place finishes in 2 divisions, street stock and mini stock. In the street stock division, he won a trophy dash on his way to a 290-point total. Leffler races out of Pueblo.
You got to build horsepower for the street stock to get them to go. In the mini stock, you're more in handling to stay competitive. You really don't need horsepower.
Although in only his 2nd year of racing competition at Beacon Hill, Rick Sammons posted a 4th place finish in his number 3 street stock entry. He also won a trophy dash. Sammons races out of Fountain, Colorado. Another trophy dash winner for the '92 season was Russ Martin of Swink, Colorado. Martin drove his number 1 entry to a 3rd place finish with a 381-point total. 3 quick times, 2 trophy dashes, and 4 main event victories helped defending track champion Robert Bailey race to a '92 2nd place finish in his number 50X entry. Bailey of Colorado Springs is a 14-year veteran racer.
It's very competitive this year. It's real competitive. There's a lot of cars that are running that are so even. It's hard to say who's going to win each week.
Terry Bowen wrapped up the track championship early as he set 11 quick times, including the track record for the division, a 14.525 seconds, won 4 trophy dashes and 6 main events on his way to a 571-point total in his number 102. Bowen is from Pueblo. Sportsman division, the fastest of the regular classes at Beacon Hill and also the most costly to enter and be competitive. The champion in this division was not determined until the final night of racing, as the points battle was hotly contested all season long. Glenn Port, a popular Pueblo entry driving number 37, totaled 193 points on his way to a 10th place finish for the year. Port has raced at Beacon Hill since 1980. Colorado Springs entry Frank Clay in number 31 raced his Chevy Lumina to a 9th place finish in the point standings for 92. In 1993, Clay is planning on switching from the Sportsman division to the IMCA modified class. The 8th place points finisher is another of the two-class entries. Jim Arnold in number 76X also drove the number 31 in the IMCA modified division. Arnold picked up 221 points in the Sportsman class for his 8th place finish.
The IMCA modified, that's my car, and I have to do all the dialing in and everything, but I have an excellent crew in the Sportsman division, and they take care of the whole car. All I have to do is get in the seat and drive it.
David McClure, driver of number 2, pushed his 92 Buick to a total of 227 points, good for a 7th place finish. On the way, he won a trophy dash and one main event in this very competitive division. Paul Elder is a veteran racer at Beacon Hill, racing his number 5 out of Colorado Springs. Elder raced his 92 Chevy Lumina to 4 quick times and a point total of 275, good enough for a 6th place finish for the year. 15-year Pueblo racer Bob Graff, driving number 14, a 1992 Chevy Camaro, picked up 3 trophy dice victories and also won a main event to total 310 points for a 5th place position in the final standings. For 15 years, Sam Kinkennan has raced on dirt and asphalt ovals and competed with the Colorado Hill Climb Association. 1992 saw Sam pick up 1 quick time and 3 trophy dashes in his number 88. He also totaled 361 points for a 4th place finish for the year. Sledge Larson has been a Beacon Hill Speedway champion 5 times. Larson from Pueblo in his entry number 1 was number 1 qualifier in this division 3 times. He also won 3 trophy dashes and 2 main events. His year-end point total of 374 nailed down the 3rd place finishing slot. 5 states and a foreign country has seen Ronnie McDowell do his thing behind the wheel of a racing machine. Track champion at 4 different Colorado tracks, Colorado Elite Model champion in 77 and 78, and Beacon Hill Speedway champ at least 12 times, picked up 3 quick times and posted 4 main event victories on his way to the 1992 runner-up champion position. The final night of the 92 season, number 07, tallied enough points to put the car and driver on top of the final standings. Travis Hunter of Pueblo had already been crowned as a Beacon Hill Speedway champion, first in 1989 in the Roadrunner division, and then again in 91 in the Sportsman division. As defending champion, Hunter picked up 4 quick times, 3 trophy dashes, and 6 main event victories in his run for the 92 crown. His point total, 481. Let's ride along with Travis in one of his main events on his way to the 92 track championship. Top 10 drivers, an elite group of competitors who got there by being the best they could be. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? But ask any one of them just how simple it really was. All of those drivers and the others they competed against provided an exciting year of racing. But there were other exciting moments as well, Bob.
There certainly were, Beck. 3 open wheel classes appeared at Beacon Hill on a regular basis as well, and they provided some great racing action for the fans. Action in the Rocky Mountain Mini Sprint category took on even greater proportions in 1992 for a couple of reasons. First of all was the growth in the class, with several new entries emerging. Add to that the larger engines allowed in 1992, and you had higher speeds and tougher competition. Through it all, veterans Rick Steele and Terry Plummer had their hands full as they fought off hard-charging drivers such as Larry Pacello and Anthony Montoya. The super modified cars of the Inglewood Racing Association always proved popular, with the leaders in the class, such as Littleton's Scotty Bachman and Harold Evans, circling the track in 12-second times. Pueblo and John Pickard and Denver's Leonard Sire were also in the hunt throughout the year. And the fastest growing of the classes turned out to be the IMCA Modifieds.
The young IMCA Modified Division produced 23 entries for the racing season. Picking up a 10th place finish in this division was 25-year veteran racer Larry Schneider from Penrose, Colorado, in his number 24. Schneider also won a trophy dash during the season. Jerry Fishburne, driving entry number 56 out of Colorado Springs, picked up 254 points and a 9th place finish in this division. Fishburne was driving a modified 92 Ford Probe. Colorado Springs driver Tom Reeves in entry number 98 set a new track record for the IMCA class on August 28, 1992, with a time of 14.095 seconds. Reeves also won a trophy dash and 2 main events on his way to an 8th place points finish.
I figured it'd take 2 years at least to do that with a brand new car, so we just got lucky. And we'll be back shooting for the championship.
The 92 Dodge Stealth with number 33 was driven by Colorado Springs driver Wade Rink. Rink picked up a 7th place points finish with a 352-point total. The 6th place finisher was Aurora, Colorado driver Larry Hughes, also driving a 92 Dodge Stealth with Chevy Power. Hughes, with 18 years experience on dirt ovals, pushed his number 88X entry to a points total of 516 and 2 trophy dash victories. 564 points each. A tie for the 4th place finish went to Alan Smith and Kelly Starkey. Smith, driving number 41 and 92 Olds Cutlass, not only earned 564 points, but he won 2 trophy dashes and 1 main event on his way to the 4th place tie. Kelly Starkey, number 88, moved from the stock car division into the IMCA Modifieds, and his 7 years racing experience helped him in winning 3 main events on the season in this very competitive division and a share of 4th place. Uphill or in circles, it doesn't really matter, as Scott Saunders gives it his best when behind the wheel of a racing machine. Saunders, a veteran with the Colorado Hill Climb Association, proved this in '92 when he picked up 596 points, enough for a 3rd place finish in the IMCA division in his '92 Chevy Lumina. Number 25 also won 1 trophy dash and 2 main events on the year. Number 31, a 1992 Pontiac Grand Prix driven by Rocky Ford driver Jim Arnold, totaled 626 points for a runner-up finish. Arnold has been racing for over 20 years, and that experience helped him to win 3 trophy dashes and 3 main events and enough points for the 2nd place position. One of the principal organizers for the IMCA division in Southern Colorado was Jim Sykes Jr. Jim won the IMCA Points Championship in 1991. As the defending champion, he had his work cut out for the '92 season as the class had grown and added some great competition. But that apparently didn't bother Sykes, as he dominated the class with 10 trophy dash wins and 8 main event victories on his way to his 2nd track championship in as many years. Number 4, for now, the King of the Hill. Those were the classes that the fans turned out to see week in and week out. But there were some special moments in the 1992 season as well, Bob.
Among those special events were the return of national racing to Southern Colorado, the 2nd running of the Vukovich Memorial Unlimiteds, and an introduction for local fans of some wild and woolly racing in the infield of all places. Southern Colorado race fans got their first exposure to stock cars that turn right and cross in front of each other and provide thrill-a-minute racing. Figure eights from the Denver area invaded the South for an early season exhibition, followed by a 4-race point series. Dave Rowe emerged as the season champ in the new class of competition.
It's fun, it's different, something new that we have to learn to drive, but the track should be a lot of fun tonight.
That's a lot smaller than we're used to, harder to get around. It's a little bit tighter and the cars want to get away from you a little bit, but other than that, it's a pretty smooth racetrack. Get some good times out of it. I'm sure we'll be faster next time we come down.
I kind of like it. It's fast. Don't get me wrong, it's a quick track. I think it'll work out. I really do.
In July, the best of the competition in USAC midget racing converged on Beacon Hill for the opening night of a national point series that saw action in Pueblo, Denver, and Nebraska. Sleepy Trip led the California delegation against Kenny Irwin of the Eastern Series. But in a twist of irony, both drivers ended up sitting out the finish after a mid-race crash cut their night short. Stevie Reeves won the Pueblo event and eventually claimed the national championship.
This is really always some of the hardest racing because you have the good guys from the East Coast and Midwest, and there's always a handful of good guys in Denver, and then you get the West Coast guys. So these are some of our tougher shows.
Out on the West Coast, we just got certain local guys, and the same for the Eastern guys. You know, they come here, they're away from just their local guys, and usually the guys that travel are generally a little bit faster than the guys that stay home. Plus, you've got the local guys that are here that are fast, so it just ends up a lot more competitive race meet.
It means a lot just being out here with the West Coast guys like Sleepy Trip and Wally Pinkrantz. I mean, you know you're racing against the best, and it's the first time I've ever really raced against Sleepy Trip, and you know, I'm really looking forward to it.
These people are very, very experienced, got a lot of good equipment, and they're real competitive, very competitive. Everybody wants to win with the USAC people.
Late August brought the return of the annual Vukovich Memorial Unlimited Races. The race, dedicated to the memory of young Billy Vukovich III, brought out some of the hottest open-wheel cars in the West, but no one was prepared for just how hot the action would be. The first night out, defending champion Davey Hamilton of Boise, Idaho, broke his own 2-year-old world record on the paved quarter mile, turning a lap at just over 10.6 seconds. But the record-shattering action was far from over. Night number 2. Scotty Backman takes to the track and promptly turns a lap even quicker than Hamilton. Hamilton had run his record time on special tires provided just for the event, but on Saturday he went back to a set of scuffed Goodyears, and when the dust settled, Hamilton held the record again, an unbelievable 10.480 seconds. The young driver, a longtime friend of the late Vukovich, was thrilled at the performance of his car and crew.
It's going to stand a while, I think. I've never seen a track that's this fast, you know, and so I hope it stays a while. I don't know if I can ever get down there again, but hopefully we try to break it right here to this racetrack again, but hopefully it'll stay down there.
We had a lot of problems out in hot laps, and we had a lot of problems that we didn't know that we'd get fixed, and I'm real pleased that we went out and qualified as well as we did and brought in second. So I couldn't be happier with my guys.
Well, this track is a blast. I've always liked it. This is the 4th year we've been here, and we always run good. We always seem to have some trouble, you know. So.
It's one of the fastest tracks we've ever run on for its size, with the high bank and tight turns. It's a real fun track to drive.
All in all, Beck, the 30th year of racing at Beacon Hill Speedway turned out to be a thrill a minute for the drivers as well as the fans.
That it was, Bob, and the thrills of this year are just around the corner. Racing begins again on April 24th with the return of our regular stock classes, and we'll see the return of figure eights, super modifieds, mini sprints, and midgets throughout the year. For the race fans of Colorado, it promises to be another year of excitement and thunder at Beacon Hill Speedway.
Be a part of 30 Years of Thunder at Beacon Hill Speedway as the season opens April 24th, next Saturday at Beacon Hill. Beacon Hill Speedway, located just off I-25 at exit 108, just 20 minutes south of Colorado Springs, 5 minutes north of Pueblo. Gates open at 3, time trials at 4:45, and races at 6:30 p.m. Tickets for adults are just $8, $3 for children 6 to 12, and children under 6 are admitted free. 4 great classes of stock car racing coming up next Saturday night: Sportsman, Mini Stock, Street Stock, and IMCA Modified. Be a part of 30 Years of Thunder at Beacon Hill Speedway.